Hi, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Sarah. And we are...
Recording! I just started my day off with watching Steve Clark sing about being an Arondonaut.
Good voice. Good voice.
It's just one of those things where it's so weird that there are people this excited about the things that I do with my life. Todd, my job is weird.
But that's what makes a good job. If you had a normal job where you went in every single day and it was the exact same thing, wouldn't that just be the worst?
Honestly, sometimes I romanticize that idea because I'm like, you go in at 9 o'clock, you clock out at 5, and then you're done. And you don't have to think about work for the rest of the day. And you can play video games, you can go on a jog, you can whatever.
But here's the thing, though. There's no passion in that. Unless there is, and then great. If that's a passion for you, awesome. But I could tell that's not really a passion for you. So if you were stuck in a room all day and it was just the same thing, no passion every day, it would become horrible after the first day, at least for me. I know that that's why I can never work a normal job. I can't. I've done it and I'm just very unhappy. I gotta live my passions. So that's what I'm doing. And then you're doing it too.
That's what I'm doing right now. It's been a while since we had some Matthew Gaydos in the vlog.
That's true.
Hey.
That's all you get.
I don't think that was enough Matthew Gaydos, but encore. I don't think I filmed anything on Saturday or Sunday. Now it's Monday. I'm feeling a little bit better. I spent the weekend basically just in bed. I did a lot of sleeping and a lot of playing Diablo 3. I recently applied for a Twitch partnership because I'm interested in streaming gameplay rather than recording it for the What I'm Pwning Right Now channel. But they haven't gotten back to me yet, so we'll see what happens with that. Right now, I'm on my way to Market on Front because I want a sandwich. Sure is bright over here with all these lights looking at me. We filmed 3 episodes of SciShow today, and I got an episode of SciShow Kids done as far as sound is concerned. So overall, fairly productive day. Seattle slipped us behind a little bit on the daily vlogs, partially because I was sick. But the big problem is whenever I travel, the amount of footage that I film goes up, and the quality of internet connection I have access to goes down. So those things in conjunction mean that things take a long time to get edited. But that's okay. I think by either tonight or tomorrow we'll be caught up again. Seems like there's a storm a-brewing. Also, look, this tree is blooming. Yesterday I mentioned that I had applied for a Twitch partnership, and then later in the evening yesterday I got an email from them asking me to verify that I own my YouTube channels by putting a link to my Twitch account on my YouTube channels. So I'm hopeful that that means that they aren't going to say no. So my current thought process is that, well, I guess maybe I should back up. I don't know for sure that everybody knows what Twitch is. So Twitch is a website where you can broadcast live while you're playing video games. Or there are some people who broadcast while they're doing more creative things like editing videos in Premiere or doing stuff in After Effects and whatever. But anyway, for the purposes of gaming, one of the things that I felt kind of about when it comes to doing What I'm Pwning Right Now, or my gaming channel that gets not very much attention, it doesn't feel like it has the same level of community engagement as a lot of the other stuff that I like to do, and I think Twitch is the answer to that. Maybe. Basically, if I'm playing something live, people can tune in live and there's a chat. So, beyond just the video game gameplay, there's also a social interaction happening at the same time. So if that's successful, I think the gaming channel, What I'm Pwning Right Now, will become more of an archive for Twitch streams than a place for content that is originally made for the gaming channel. I have not yet totally committed to this idea, but that's currently what I'm thinking. Yesterday, Braylin also mentioned that it would be interesting to stream some of my editing processes or music making processes. I don't think I've ever fully lifted the curtain around that part of my creative process, so that might be fun. It was just yesterday that Nick and I were talking about how in Crash Course Philosophy there are a lot more sounds going on than in previous iterations of Crash Course. I don't know what it is, maybe there's just more little tiny characters that pop up on the screen, but there's a lot of them. So whereas last year it was common for an episode of Crash Course to end up with like 20 audio tracks or so, this year, at least with Crash Course Philosophy so far this year, they've been ending up in the like 28 to 30 range. But yesterday we were talking about how physics has felt a little bit light on the animation. Those have been coming in with like, I don't know, 15, 18 audio tracks. But then I spoke too soon because today, the one that I've been working on, I'm up to 28 so far, and I'm still only like 2/3 of the way through this episode. So this one's a doozy. There's this sort of outdoor park scene. There's an indoor hockey rink scene. There's a scene in some kind of colonial village town thing. There's a scene with grapes in a bowl. There's a scene at the North Pole. And then there's this whole thing with an elevator. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff to make sounds for. So today,
Yes.
apparently Todd decided to start decorating the office.
Okay, let me... So, first of all, this place has, it's a little stark. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna create a little art and hang it up. So I did, but now that I'm looking at it, that is horrifying. It started out with me just wanting to do a smiley face, and then end up being whatever the hell that is. I don't know.
I mean, it is a smiley face.
Is it though?
By definition.
I don't think it's smiling anymore. I think it's like an evil. Well, I guess that would be a smile, but it looks very, very evil. I don't care for it.
Hey, Todd.
I'm sitting in a braised chair. Don't tell her.
Did you know that today there are presidential primaries being voted in?
I did know that. While we were eating pizza, I was looking at that, and I was going to ask you to tell me the numbers. I always want you to tell me numbers because you have such a soothing voice. Even if it's bad news, I can be like, okay, I could take that. I could take it.
Okay. Well, so far in Delaware, Clinton is winning approximately 60 to 40.
What are the counts, the delegate counts there?
That's 13 and 4, respectively. In Maryland, 0 votes have been counted.
Okay.
I don't know why. It says 0% reporting, but they've already called it for Clinton. Maybe they know something we don't know.
Okay.
In Pennsylvania, with 1.8% of the vote reporting, Clinton currently has 60% to Sanders' 40%. In Rhode Island, so far, Sanders has 60, Clinton has 40.
Okay.
In Connecticut, so far, Sanders is just barely edging out Clinton 50 to 49.
Woo! I'm getting a little hot up in here.
Are you feeling the burn?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's a good burn. Man.
It's getting harder and harder for Sanders to work the math.
But I want him to be the president of the United States. So I'm going to say this again. Regardless of who you're voting for, go out and vote. Please, please go and vote. I mean, I'll beg. You need to, but just vote. Just go and vote. Vote.
Vote for Todd. Don't vote for Todd, but vote for Todd.